What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out China's deadly single women crisis. When I saw this video, the title seemed very intense or too extreme. Deadly single women crisis. I don't understand the context, but I'm excited or very curious to see it. So let's get to it.
Imagine you take a walk to the market, but instead of seeing fruit or vegetables, you see a market full of single women desperately looking for a partner. This is the reality for millions of people across China right now.
Really?
These are the leftover women.
Leftover women. Really? That's how they really call them? No, let's watch it again. Let's start all over again.
Imagine you take a walk to the market, but instead of seeing fruit or vegetables, you see a market full of single women desperately looking for a partner. This is the reality for millions of people across China right now. These are the leftover women.
Leftover. Sheng Nu.
The term leftover women is normally applied to single women over the age of 27 who are unmarried. However, as you can imagine, this is a derogative term. Take a listen to the terminology used for both single men and women in China.
If you're a woman, single, and over 30, you are called 剩女, which means leftover woman in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 羅底橙, 賣剩蔗, and 攝做辣, which means orange at the bottom of the basket, the sugar cane that didn't get sold, and the thing used for filling the gap of the stove.
Ooh. Really? And I'm sure this is a Chinese woman talking. So she knows what she's talking about.
You are called 羅底橙, 賣剩蔗, and 攝做辣, which means orange at the bottom of the basket, the sugar cane that didn't get sold, and the thing used for filling the gap of the stove. But if you're a man, single, and over 30, you are called 钻石王老五, which means a diamond bachelor in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 笋盤, which means quality real estate.
But why is being an orange at the bottom of the basket such a problem in China? And why have people resorted to extremes in order to find a partner? Well, to find this out, we need to uncover the societal pressures and...
What are these things? It's like a dating or marriage flyer. Is this people posting? I wish I could read. It's like people are posting, marry me, I'm available. People do that. Now, this is going to be a long video, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stop this one. I cannot just let it sink. Let me adjust my seat. Yeah. It's a problem.
reality of life in China.
Societal pressures.
In 1979, China's one-child policy came into effect. This was a drastic measure taken to control population growth. The policy ended in 2016 and was replaced with the two-child policy, which was then updated to the three-child policy, which is currently in place. But the echoes of the original policy still reverberate today, with approximately 104.7 males for every 100 females. It also must be mentioned that there is a strong preference for sons in China. You see, in China, sons are considered the golden ticket. They carry the family name forward. They're the ones traditionally seen as the wealth inheritors. And most importantly, it's believed they're the steadfast pillars who will take care of their parents in old age. It's a mindset rooted in centuries of tradition, one that continues even in our modern times. But wait a minute, there are more males than females, right? So what's the problem? Well, unlike Tinder, this is not a numbers game. There's a societal preference in China for younger brides, typically in their early 20s. Women who are still unmarried in their late 20s and beyond often face difficulty finding partners. Chinese men are not afraid to admit they prefer younger women, and many would rather choose to be single than date an older woman. The reality of
You're old and you're not going to date your mates. You're looking to date the younger ones because, hey, this is a problem. You choose to be single rather than date an older woman. Meanwhile, yourself, you're old. All of you should come. Sheng Nus, come. All of them, come. I'm here. I'm available, come.
Chinese men are not afraid to admit they prefer younger women, and many would rather choose to be single than date an older woman. The reality of matchmaking in China is dramatically changing as we speak. Many leftover women are moving to a different life. It's no secret that society in China is completely different from the West. As the war on technology between China and America continues, there's a big contrast in what the public is exposed to. For instance, TikTok. In China, they have a separate version that is known to promote science, educational, and historical content, while the US version is pushing dance videos and questionable content. So, with this in mind, it is no surprise that millions of women are choosing to pursue higher education or to focus on their careers. And the results? Well, many people are marrying much later or are even choosing not to marry. This shift challenges traditional norms where women were expected to prioritize marriage and family. But the change in priority is not only in the mind, but also in the location. It has been reported that Chinese men in rural areas find it increasingly difficult to attract a spouse. Why? Well, this is due to the massive rural-urban migration of women seeking better economic opportunities. A lot of these career women don't mind being single, but traditions and family roots remain strong, leading some parents to take matters into their own hands.
So the women themselves don't mind being single. Okay. If the women don't mind, then it's all right. I thought they were just like abandoned and nobody wants them again because they're like over 27. 27 is still a baby. I mean, I'm not that old. I know I sound like it, but if you're 27, you're still very young. Just saying.
Men in rural areas find it increasingly difficult to attract a spouse. Why? Well, this is due to the massive rural-urban migration of women seeking better economic opportunities. A lot of these career women don't mind being single, but traditions and family roots remain strong, leading some parents to take matters into their own hands and attend wedding markets to advertise their unmarried daughters.
Wedding markets.
On any given weekend, you'll find hundreds of anxious parents clutching marriage overviews of their children. These resumes do not just contain the usual information like age, height, and income, but also delve into details like whether the person owns a house or a car. If you are single and you own your own house or car, well, you, my friend, are a great catch. Now, this may come across as slightly strange, but what I think adds an extra cherry on top is that many of the daughters being advertised are completely unaware that their details are pinned in the park or market for all to see. This is not exclusively only daughters. Many sons are also being advertised by their parents. Just imagine for a second your younger days. There you are, a nice, happy, single Pringle. And then boom, your mom or dad starts going around markets trying to find you a partner. These markets, however, are steeped in tradition. They also highlight the intense societal pressure to marry and the lengths to which parents will go to ensure their children are not left behind.
This is just on a different level. If somebody told you this, I'm very sure you will not believe it. Imagine you're just chilling and having a drink, and I came to tell you this. Would you believe it? You won't believe the story. You think I'm lying. But while watching it, while seeing the videos happening, wow.
What many people are not
Marriage
aware
market.
of is how big China's market is. It's a massive market with a lot of cash to be made. In fact, a lot of well-known corporations have been known to do whatever it takes to get a share of the market. For example, Apple has been known to share its customers' data with the Chinese government. Interestingly, the wedding and dating industry in China is thriving. It has an estimated revenue of over $300 million per year.
Wow.
This has led to some sociologists believing that the leftover women label could have been created by the matchmaking and dating industry to maximize profits, playing on the fears of parents and single women.
That would be rightfully so. Could be.
It is difficult to predict the future, but according to an article on The Conversation, the 7 million single women aged 25 to 34 in urban China are among the largest contributors to the country's growth. Women now contribute around 41% to China's gross domestic product, the largest proportion of any country. Another article suggests that China's leftover trend will persist for years to come. Despite facing challenges such as detention, increased surveillance, house arrests, and imprisonment, women's rights activists in China continue to fight for justice and equality. If you found this video interesting, feel free to take a look at our recent video.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting one, right? They said the title was intense, but honestly, the explanation in that video, it does, it correlates with the title. So your mom is probably in the market right now advertising you as a product. Oh my goodness. And they really call them leftover women. Yeah, come, I'm a fine boy. I'm handsome too. I should sell myself on my YouTube channel. Don't I look good? Yeah, come. I have a car. Come. Well, that was a good one. It also makes sense if they said the matchmaking companies are the ones promoting this agenda so they can sell their business. It does make sense. I don't know if it's true for real, but it does make sense because in the society we live in now, we've seen different companies create a problem so they can solve it. I don't want to call names, but you know them. It's the end of this video. Share your thoughts, share your experiences. If you're Chinese and you want to educate us or actually debunk anything in that video that wasn't true, please feel free to do so. If you have a personal experience you want to share, I'll be more than happy to read it. So please share it. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.